Die, motherfucker, die. Ah, damn it. Screw you. So some of you might have noticed that I've been a little bit absent over the last week or two. I've not really been commenting on any videos, and I actually missed my upload last Friday, so apologies for that. The reality is most of you probably didn't notice and didn't even care, but anyway, the reason is because I've been super busy with the day job. It's been keeping me busy like all day, kind of seeing customers and doing exhibitions and things, which means the only time I can do all the admin and emails and quotes, etc. is in the evenings, which means I've had no time to do filming or editing. Anyway, that's what I'm telling people, and it's definitely not because I've got a new addiction to Call of Duty Mobile. Anyway, I'm back now. Hopefully I will be back again regular, commenting and watching videos and showing the love. But in the meantime, watch this video that you're about to see. It's really good. At least I think it is. I hope it will be. I've not filmed it yet, but I'm sure it will be good. So yeah, just keep watching. Right, let me shoot this fucker in the face. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, damn, you shot me in the head, you Word to your mother. My name's Steve, this channel is FRAG30, and thanks for tuning in. I'm back, I'm bad. Buck is black and George is mad. So thanks for tuning in. Now, if you don't get that reference, that is a very current film called Lethal Weapon 2 from 1989, so really on trend with that reference. Today I'm talking about a fragrance from 2018 that has been reviewed quite a lot of times, and it is a banger, I'm not gonna lie, so spoiler alert. But so this video isn't gonna kind of go on too long. As I always say to my wife, this is gonna be short and sweet. I mean, that's a lie, I don't say that. This is gonna be short and tolerable. So the fragrance I'm talking about today is none other than Hafez 1984 from the house of Alexandria Fragrances. Now, don't pay too much attention to the bottle because they have or are revamping the bottle range and the packaging. So yeah, don't pay too much attention to the bottle because they are looking more kind of current and more upmarket, I would say. So as I've said, this fragrance is a banger. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, you know, stop watching now if that's all you're looking for. This has been reviewed by several people, and I don't think there's been any negative comments about it, and I'm not really going to add any, to be honest. It is a lovely fragrance, and I've worn it quite a few times over the last few weeks, especially now it's turned cold, because this is definitely more of a kind of cold weather fragrance because it's very full on, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. But this, I mean, this is one of those fragrances that when I first kind of smelt it, I really liked, I really enjoyed, but I wasn't kind of sure if it is kind of how people would take it because it's quite full on and rich. But so I was kind of a little, you know, I wasn't 100% confident in it as much as I really enjoyed the smell the first time I wore it. But I actually wore it, went to my local shop to, I think it was Friday night, so I think I was going to get some stuff to have a movie night or something like that. And the woman in the that served me in the shop actually said, "What are you wearing? You smell amazing." Which completely caught me off guard. I kind of told her what it was, and she obviously was absolutely none the wiser. But she's just said, she sort of elaborated by saying, "Oh, it's really sweet and really nice. I really like it." So yeah, straight away that kind of boosted my confidence when wearing this, and that's probably another reason why I've worn it more and more over the last few weeks. So to give you a bit more detail on kind of what you get from it, you'll certainly recognise the tobacco in it, but it's not kind of too full on. It just gives it this rich kind of warmth to the fragrance. And then the rum is very prominent in the sort of 30 to 60 minutes. It does always remain, but it does die down and settle. So don't kind of, again, let that put you off too much. It just kind of gives it a little bit of an oomph. But it does settle down to kind of this very nice, warm, sweet fragrance. Now, if you're not a big vanilla fan, which I'm not, so I've kind of got a love-hate relationship with vanilla. Some of my favourite fragrances have vanilla in, but then if it's kind of too synthetic or kind of full on, it kind of gives me a little bit of a headache. I like vanilla that just adds a sort of nice creaminess to it. Now, I don't get a full-on vanilla accord from this. To me, the vanilla basically just blends in with the spices and just gives the spices this kind of added sweetness. So you just get this kind of sweet spiciness. That's what I get from the vanilla. I don't kind of get, oh, wow, that's kind of full on vanilla. It's just kind of gives it this sweetness that blends really nicely with the spices. And then that rum just gives it a bit of a punch. And then, so in the dry down, you're just left with this very warm, really enjoyable kind of sweet fragrance, which isn't too full on. The rum does kind of die down, so it kind of gives it this just kind of nice cuddle type fragrance, which again makes it a great winter fragrance. But also, because it's kind of got a sort of classy sophisticatedness to it, it's probably kind of would work very well in a sort of formal environment as well. Performance wise, it's good. I get very strong projection in the first hour and pretty good projection in the second hour, and I can smell it for easily sort of 6, 7, maybe 8 hours at a push, depending on how heavy you go. Now I don't go too heavy on this because, as I say, in that opening sort of 30 minutes, it is very kind of full on, but it does dry down and settle. So again, if you do kind of try this fragrance and you find it a bit much, make sure you let it dry down and kind of smell that kind of rich, sweet warmth in the dry down, because it really is lovely. And it's the sort of fragrance that you're just going to want to keep on smelling. So do I recommend this fragrance then? Well, yes, of course I do. I mean, if there was any doubt, you've just not watched the last few minutes of this video. But what I would say is this is a perfect first time Alexandria Fragrances purchase. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm just, you know, where have you been? But Alexandria Fragrances are predominantly a clone house, but this is their first original creation. A lot of people say that it smells similar to other things, but by all intents and purposes, this was an original creation, and they've made 2 flankers since, which is Hafez Intense and Hafez Gold. I've not smelled either of those, so please comment below and let me know what they're like and how they compare to these. But anyway, yeah, I recommend this as a first time purchase, because if you buy one of their clones, you're going to be kind of comparing it and how good is it to the original, etc, etc. Where this, you're getting an original fragrance that nobody else is going to smell like. There's obviously some similarities to it, but it's going to be an original creation, and you can just, from that, you can then just tell the quality that you get from Alexandria. They are one of the leading clone houses just based on just the quality that they put in and the effort, and they are really good. As I say, the packaging is improving as well to kind of give them some extra kind of class and style. But yeah, get this as a first time purchase if you've not tried them before, because you not only is it a great fragrance, but it will give you a sense to the quality that Alexandria Fragrances can provide. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We are close to hitting that 2,000 subscriber mark, which I'd love to do by the end of the year. So fingers crossed on that one. If you did get something from this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it, and love you long time. Thanks again for watching. I will see you for the next video. Much love.